tie downs out of the way so we can move on. He comes with this instruction pamphlet fold out thing. It's pretty huge. And I hope I can remember. You know I don't use instructions, so I haven't transformed Siege Ultra Magnus in a long time. I believe it's the exact same thing. So he came with this, and he came with the little warning thing. That was inside the box. It showed you the card. And let's get Magnus dressed up and ready to be reviewed. And the cannon on this side, a rocket launcher with the rocket stuck in it that doesn't launch. And why not just go ahead and get the gun in his hand right now, which, oh my goodness, this bugs me so bad because the gun is clearly red plastic and they painted it silver. Why couldn't we just use silver plastic or cast it in white like the G1? Because they use white plastic. This is a straight up burn for me. I hate it when they do it. Anyway, it's nicely detailed, by the way. And it has the false handle right here, in like from the G1 when you flip it over, and he holds it in both modes. That's pretty cool. And get it in his hand, which again. All right, so let's take a closer look at Magnus. Start with the head, of course. Face looks great. I don't think that's light piping. That's, his eyes are painted, but they're painted with like a little metallic finish, so they almost look like they have a little bit of piping or glow to them, which is kind of cool. Face is a metallic gray. The helmet itself is blue plastic. He does have light. That's why it looks that way, because he does have light piping. And again, their light piping is never that gray. Look, as I put my finger, it's not transitioning at all. Like, let's see if I get some light behind it. There we go. Now we can see it. But you gotta like put the light dead on it to get the light piping out of it. But it's still, this one's pretty good because whatever they did, they might have put a coat of paint on it where it looks alive, even though it's not getting light piping. Yeah, there's like a little line of paint at the bottom, and I can see it. So he's much cleaned up from the Siege line. None of that little splatter or mud or weathering, whatever it is, on him. The chest is different. Again, I need to get the other Magnus out here, but take a look at this one real quick. And he has like the gray inner forearm. For whatever reason why they did that, I don't know. Maybe it matches up in vehicle mode. You can hear him rolling on the skates, but much more cleaned up. So let me grab the other Ultra Magnus and just compare them head to head. So yeah, he's much more cleaned up than he was in Siege. And I'm going to go ahead and get the Siege Magnus out and compare these guys head to head. Alright, here are the two Ultra Magnuses side by side. Magnuses? Magna? Yeah. Anyway, here are the two side by side. Clearly, some noticeable differences going on. Some noticeable similarities going on. The chest has been completely retooled to look like the animated style from the movie. The translucent window is darker over here. And not just that, they have two different heads. I don't think they share anything from head to... No, the antenna look the same. No light piping on here on the Siege version, but the antennas look to be the same. Alright, the arms are different. Camera up. These parts up here, the towers on the arms are different. The shoulder parts are completely different. The rockets are actually different. They're styled different. They're totally different rockets on his arm. The forearms look a lot alike. Yeah, I think the forearms are the same, or they're very similar. The colors are different. They look to be changed ever so slightly on the forearms. Or maybe the color just throwing me. But the forearms may be the same. The waist is different. Then when we get to the legs are the same, just without the weathering. The leg, at least the white parts are the same. Turn to the side. And the blue parts are different. And the tires are different. Totally different tires. So a lot of things change, but a few things remain the same. Let's check out the guns. They look exactly the same, except for the paint on them. And again, we got the red and the darker red. Yeah, they it's the same. This silver actually looks better than this one. And the red, I like this brighter red on the Siege version better. Also, they both have a little gray inner arm that I see that I probably didn't pay attention to. I might have griped about it in the review. And where this is a white plastic and they painted this part blue, this is a blue plastic and it's painted white. You can tell because the little blue peg is sticking out the top. Which I don't know. How come we just couldn't do it the way they did it before? The top of the chest looks to be the same. Just a different color. Yeah, this piece is the same. So I'm wondering if the entire back part, yeah, the red part is the same right here. And again, the butt piece is different. This guy comes with extra Siege guns. I think you get more bang for your buck with the Siege one. And I think that's it. I think the rest of the toy is pretty much similar. So let me get this guy out of the way. Let's take a look at Magnus's articulation. It should be the same, but we're going to do it anyway. He can look up this far. He can look down that far, not much at all. Head 360. We can see the plastic and the white piping. We got side to side just a little bit. Arm with 360 is hitting kibble and little pegs and stuff right there. And man, the little wheels are rattling. He can get his arm out to the side this far. He has a bicep swivel right there. Elbow bend up this far at the waist. I do believe he rotates at the waist. Yeah. I didn't do it, but I think he gets a full 360 out of that. Comes to his leg, comes up this far. Knee bend to the back. Not much to the back because he got a lot of kibble. This stuff right here and this stuff right here going on. Out to the side. He's losing that leg right there. Out to the side. Lost the armor piece. Get that back on. There we go. Back on it just fine. Thigh swivel right there. Oh, and that's coming on. Pop right back on. And I think that, oh yeah, there's a rocker for a wider stand. You can get this guy to stand wider and keep his feet on the ground. And so he looks pretty cool. He looks better to be the better of the two in robot mode. I really like it better. I think the Siege, the little detailing was just so overdone in here, the little paint apps. But I guess they did it to sell us two different toys, and an idiot like me bought two different toys. You know, and after this review, you may buy two different toys. So yeah, that's what we got. I like this red better, but I like this blue better. So it's like a trade-off, and I'm not that guy. I'm not going to swap out the parts. Like these missiles better. They are much better. So that is pretty much it for the comparison in robot mode. Let's move on to the vehicle mode. Alright, so I'm going to get Magnus transformed. I know everybody's probably already seen it, but I'm still going to do it for maybe the 1 or 2 people that haven't. You got to remove the armor from his arms. I think I'll close that back up. Sometimes you can just pull these armors off, but there's actually a clip, the upper arm armor, but there's actually a clip that holds them on in the back. But like I said, sometimes you still can yank them off. That comes off into the front. We lift this part up. We're going to transform it while I'm doing it because it needs to come out later. And slide up. Slide on. I just ripped it off the back, but I think you're supposed to do a little bit different. Get that ready for the transformation like that. Little leg pieces. One popped off earlier. This comes off, slots out, and now, oh, I totally forgot. I'm so worried about transforming to the truck, but I totally forgot we have like the prime body underneath. And what we're gonna do at this point, move out the feet stabilizers to help him stand up. We transform the waist from Magnus to Magnus right there. And untab these arms so we can open up the chest. And we pull out the prime head. I think that's it. He stays like this. Yeah, now he's in Optimus Prime mode. Just the camera. And we get his gun. Unlike the G1, it's supposed to be able to flip over and hold it 2 different ways. He still holds the gun right here. And there we go. I love the blue translucent windows and how it has a really deep space in there. Like someone can actually sit in there. It looks very good. It is very impressive. Looks a lot like the G1, obviously. Love what they did here. Still has this giant butt piece sticking out. You got to pop the cab forward back again, or bring it forward once again, and move this up. So I thought thinking the Siege one, I thought he kept the bumper butt, but he doesn't. You push it up like this, and then push the chest back into place. It snaps, and then it's more of a backpack. It's a lot cooler. I think I mistransformed in the Siege line. I told myself I wouldn't do it again. But there it is. Going to get Ultra Magnus, his gun. And in the G1, he would hold it 2 different ways for the 2 different modes. But this is just a false handle on this one. I think I said that earlier. But this gun, here we go. All right, let's take a look at the white Prime cab swap out variant thing. Just like the Generation 1, he has the red eyes and the blue mouth plate. Silver on the forehead, looks just like Optimus. Little detailing on the side, vents of the head. Back of the head, no light piping this time. Still looks cool. His head is on a ball joint. This, I think it's on a ball joint. I always say that. And there, yep, there it is. It's on a ball joint. Now I know. Now you know. Now we know. It's on a ball joint. And he pretty much, the same articulation carries over. He might get a little bit more of a range out of his legs to the back without that little piece back there. But it's pretty much the same. Same legs, just not covered up this time. Rocker is still in there for the wide stance and feet flat on the ground. There he is. And I love how deep the inner cab goes. Hope I'm getting that in. And you can see deep into there like someone can actually get in there. Looks cool. Love this cool like blue. Looks great. He looks awesome. It looks way better than the Siege version to me without even bringing it out to compare it. So I'm going to bring it out to compare it. So we can look at them side by side. And boom, here's the Siege version. The first thing I noticed is the Siege version is a little bit more cream than it is white. And I hope that's not just sitting around in my basement and turning. But I think it's like that intentionally. All right, he has painted lights over here. No painted lights on the chest over here. The vent on the forehead is blue. And it's a lighter blue. And the eyes are surrounded in the silver. I gotta see if I can get that. The red eyes are surrounded in silver over here. And I don't think they are over here. Are they? No, they are not. So I never even noticed that little detail until I got the second one. Again, the head vent is silver. Then it has this Siege techie thing all on the chest. The grill is translucent. I love translucent plastic, but why they did that I don't know. Then the metallic blue down here, that is different. And he has an earth mode truck on the front right here with silver paint here and right there. The wipers are painted silver. The windows are outlined in silver gunmetal gray, not so much silver. And then the weathering is gone on this guy. The legs are the same. From the hips down, it's the same mold, just that little top chest piece. The arms appear to be the exact same. The smokestacks, the fists, exact same. Obviously, this little bumper piece is different back here, but all the rest of the molding is the exact same. And the head molding, although painted different, it is the exact same. I threw the different gun in his hand just to, I don't know, make it different. Autobot logo is done completely different. It's smaller and trimmed in silver over here, and this one is just red and it's larger. So we can get side by side so we can get that in just to see the difference. And that is the difference in bot mode, Optimus Prime cab mode. And this one looks way better. I can tell you right now, if you don't have either one of them and you want one and don't know which one is better, I'm liking this a lot better. Because it does both. No matter what, he's still Cybertronian looking. And he can pull off the Earth mode as well, you know. So, but yeah, really cool. All right, moving on to the rest of the transformation. Let's get the junk back out here. remove his gun, pop his arms, and put his head up. First thing I'm gonna do. And my transformations are never official. I don't even know the steps. I just know how to get it there. You know. Boom, boom. Pull this piece back. Oh, slide this back out. And slide the butt piece back down. Get his arms around to the back. Wait, and bring this back. Do we rotate it? Oh, we rotate it. Rotate this around and line it up. Boom. Finally, we got the completed cab in the front. They could have painted the bumper silver, you know. But I'm going to keep going. These arms to the back. And the arms, apparently, they still just hang out. Get this to tab in. Boom. And the legs down. Fold this back up. And connect the legs right here at this little piece, at this little tab. And here he is in truck mode, at least the cab anyway, with the hands just hanging out. God, how hard would it have been to just hollow this out and have the arm fold up one time or fold under one time. I mean, this would still jut out some, but it would not be as bad. I mean, they just, ugh. And I'll complain about that a little bit later. Okay, now we take the legs, and again, this isn't official transformation, so forgive me. We're just going to put them together. I do what I know. We got to unhinge all this stuff to form the side of the truck. Unfolds like 4 times. I don't even think I counted that correctly, but 1, 2, 3, and 4 times. It's 5 pounds, but unhinges 4 times. And now we put these 2 pieces together. Easily connect the tabs, and you know what? I'm supposed to slot this little piece in there first. Alright, back it up. Slot this little piece in. Wait. Okay, yeah, it's a tab in here. It goes to the side. Trying to remember. And get on both sides. And we need these pieces. I gotta move the rockets. Right, these form one piece. They're gonna connect to the legs. I can remember. Alright, that's done. These stick to the roof. There's circles right here, and they stick to the roof of the truck right there. I think I'm doing this right. Hold on. Yep. Boom. This way and that way by the head. Hope you saw that because I'm not doing it again. So, and there's some tabs right here on top. And right here and right here. They tab into the side to secure this top panel in. Like that. I think I got that right. And there's a tab. Get the camera up some. There's a tab right here and a port right here. And it goes right there and it goes right here. Again, it's probably a better way of doing this. This is just my way. You take this piece right here. And there are some inner slots. There's a slot right here where this tab goes. We just kind of, I just kind of work it in there. Wait, got it upside down. Let's flip it over. And let's tab it now. So I got this whole thing right. You know what? Let's just see where this goes. Yeah, I think it has clearance. I think it goes this way. So, all right, we got it. Then we take this part, and this little piece right here tabs onto this gray piece. And then we try to like lock it all in. Oh, okay, I'm messing that up. I'm just trying to hurry up and get to the comparison, but I'm still trying to incorporate this transformation. Snap on this side, and a little gray piece snaps on this side. Boom. And yeah, I probably should have straightened out a little bit better. Yeah, I don't know how well I got it tapped in, but I believe we are there. This is a completed transformation. I guess this could be a little bit straighter. What's not tabbed in? Oh, it's tab in, inner tab in here, and on this side. All right, there we go. Here he is, and only a few of the tires are rolling. I don't think it's my surface. I think I don't quite have something balanced inside. I believe that's how it goes. It's just all the tires just aren't rolling, which happens with Hasbro Transformers. But here he is, and if you notice, he has a gap that the Siege version does not have. Notice that it's the bottom of the truck. But head on, it looks beautiful. Looks vintage. Looks new at the same time. Looks great. I don't know about this center mass smokestack thing. Like, they could have done a few things better with the arms. Definitely. All right, before I get to the comparison, I forgot. Got to fully arm this guy up. Let me see. Nope, no. Rocket launcher and missiles that are stuck in there. Get these onto the side. And he can store the main gun, like I think 2 places. You can put it right here. Or you can stick it in the back right here. Or if you want to, you can get it on the side of the trailer or right here on both sides. It kind of looks better up front. I think maybe. Got too much stuff in one place. But anyway, let's move on to our comparison, because that's what we're here to do. See the difference in these two. Here is the Siege Ultra Magnus already armed up. And for the same price, this guy comes with 2 extra guns. Got them stored on the sides of the trailer right here. And let's see the real difference. Move this gun out of the way and let's stack them up. Alright, and what are we looking at? Okay, this panel is solid down here, and it has a design pattern over here. These panels are the same, these panels are the same, these panels are the same, and then the rear panel is designed different. Actually has the Generation 1 molding in it, and this tab would pop in and out for the Generation 1. Ultra Magnus, so that is different. Obviously the cab is different. The tires are different. So yeah. And let's take a look at the top. And it is the same toy from the top view. There's a slight difference in the molding too. The part that there's a slight difference in the part right here that becomes the chest in robot mode, because it is different than that mode. But other than that, we'll look in this piece right here, which is again is the same chest part. This is slightly different, but pretty much the same mold throughout. So in truck mode, there's about a 20% molding difference to the trailer and about a 75% molding difference to the cab. And I don't know if I said already, the tires are completely different. That's the most obvious difference in this big blue front, that are completely different from each other. And this is a remold of the same toy, but you're clearly getting 2 different toys, actually. You know, I know they use some of the same parts, a lot of the same parts, but when you sit down and play, you can clearly see Cybertron Earth. All right, before I get it back in robot mode, you know I want to bring out the G1. You know I'm going to bring out the G1. And compare these guys side by side, take a look. I know I said it before in another video, but I always wanted these guys, when they were reissuing Ultra Magnus, to do Ultra Magnus in the cartoon colors, like the blue. Just make it a darker blue, but we never got that. And I want to show you real quick the back design on the trailer right here for his Earth mode, where he has like this little clip right there. And this whole little design is from this. And here's the actual clip right there, and a little molded in detail that they put over here to kind of homage that. It's very subtle, but if you know, you know. All right, now that I got the Magnuses back into the robot mode, let's kick off the size up and a rundown. Generation 1 Ultra Magnus, Masterpiece Ultra Magnus, Studio Series Cyclonus, Earthrise, Galvatron. Because I always forget to scale my Transformers with other toy lines, here he is with Super 7's Lion-O. And Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Apocalypse. Alright, Transformers family, to wrap this review up, I really like this Ultra Magnus. The parts stick on well, everything tabs together pretty good. The wheels could roll a little bit better, but it's my first time transforming it. Maybe after a little bit of play, it will roll a lot smoother. But no real gripes with this figure. I actually like, it's not just, I mean, obviously they retooled this guy, but it's a little bit more than that. He looks different. He looks different enough well, I would recommend this guy to someone who actually owns this one and is on the fence about getting this one. It's different enough. The helmet, the head is different, the chest is different. It looks different enough in the vehicle mode. And I think it's better. They did it better. And I'm partial to the G1 look, obviously. 80s Transformer fan and all. But it's nicer. And they're different enough where you can say, okay, we went from Cybertron and we went to Earth side by side. They look cool. So I do recommend it, and that's all I got. I want to thank everybody for watching another episode of George Reviews. The reviews where every toy has a story.